To the COVID-19 pandemic now, numbers across the country are on the rise, particularly in Canada's most populous provinces. Quebec released its numbers today, 175 new cases and 2 new deaths. Ontario is not far behind that with 169 new cases today, the highest daily case count since the end of July. Ontario's education minister is trying to reassure parents his province's back-to-school plan is safe. In Quebec, where classes have already begun, 47 schools have reported at least 1 case of COVID-19 since reopening. As Couteur reports, it's added anxiety during a time of year that is already stressful for students.
It's really nerve-wracking because no one really knows what's going on.
The normal stress of starting a new year at school compounded by COVID-19. Justine Harris-Owen struggles with anxiety and depression, and her sister has asthma. So Justine is even more nervous about going back.
I don't think there is a solution that they can implement that's going to be, good enough at this time and with what we know. And then that just kind of increases anxiety more because there's no solution.
It doesn't help that both Ontario and Quebec saw a spike in cases Saturday. Quebec's government saying nearly 50 educational institutions had at least 1 COVID-19 case in the past week when many students returned to school. Ontario's increase comes the week before classes resume. Still, the education minister is trying to reassure nervous parents.
We are doing everything from enhancing cleaning to obviously hiring twice the number of public health nurses in our schools. We've got a very strong testing protocol, an outbreak management system.
Lecce says mental health is also top of mind, pointing out Ontario is hiring more psychologists and psychotherapists to help students during the pandemic. Keep in mind, the concern about COVID-19 is piled on top of the usual stress young people are feeling about heading back to school.
It's very difficult to concentrate on something which is already difficult, and that is the academic dimension. And we have this added weight of watching, being careful.
Faubert believes it's important for teachers, parents, and students to give themselves a moment of peace and solitude away from the stress.
A moment where we can reconnect with our most inner self. And that way we'll find that strength. We'll find that inner peace and the strength to deal with whatever happens.
It's something Justine Harris-Owen did during her time away from school.
Spend time with my family and, really not take the safety I have for granted.
And it's especially important to focus on those anchors in our lives during such a time of turmoil. Couteur, Global News, Ottawa.